This is my Mk3 Focus ST estate in beautiful Tangerine Scream, and today I'm going to be fitting 3 AliExpress mods that have cost me less than £60 in total. Are they going to be any good? Let's find out. Okay, so starting off with the first mod, we have a rear lip spoiler extension. Comes reasonably well packaged, as you can see, and there it is like that. Now, to be honest with you, the quality is not perfect. It's quite rough around the edges, if I'm completely honest, if you can see that there. But once it's on, it's not really something you'll notice, I wouldn't have thought. Okay, so I've got some isopropyl alcohol here just to clean where we're going to stick it. Put a bit of that on the rag. It's not really a rag, it's a microfiber towel. Cat, can I help you? And they provide this funny looking double-sided tape, so I'm going to try and use this, see how that works. Okay, so there we go, there's the tape on. It's actually really good tape. It's very pliable and soft, so you can go around corners and stuff. So it's not weird at all. It's actually really good for this purpose. Okay, so next I'm going to put some isopropyl alcohol on the original spoiler where it's going to stick to. This really pains me because the car is actually ceramic coated and this is going to strip all of that off, but hopefully it's worth it. Next thing to do is just stick it on, I guess. Making sure it's nice and straight, of course. Right, so I've just very loosely put it in place and I'm going to measure it with a tape measure because I'm very fussy about these things. Okay, now that I'm happy it's straight, just push it down. Now ordinarily I would use something like Tiger Seal to stick something like this on if I wanted to keep it on permanently. But for this, I'm not sure I'm keeping it on, obviously. So I'm just using the tape that it comes with. What do you guys think to this then? I think that looks great for £27. It's nice and glossy. It does have imperfections, unfortunately, where you can see them, but from a distance, you don't notice at all, to be honest. So my review of this, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I think for £27 you can't really go wrong, but there are some imperfections, and for me, I prefer it to be good quality, so I'll probably at some point replace it with a branded one, but generally I'm pretty pleased with it. On to mod number 2. So mod number 2 is an RS style air filter cover. So just get it out of the box. And there it is. It's basically exactly the same as an RS style air filter box, except you don't have the RS logo on top. But of course, I could probably buy a stick-on logo of some sort and put it on. Might buy an ST one and stick it on. That's really good. So I'm going to back the car into the garage and I'm going to get this fitted. So here we are now inside the engine bay, and here is my air filter, and you'll notice I don't have a lid. That is just how I bought the car. It didn't come with a lid. It also didn't come with any of the screws, which is annoying because I've had to find some. These seem to work, so I'm just going to use them. So basically, this kind of makes my job a bit easier, the fact I haven't got a lid. In your case, you'll need to undo 4 screws and remove your old lid. In my case, I don't have that, so I just put this on and put the 4 screws in. These screws I found aren't long enough. How annoying. Right, those bolts didn't work, so I found some other screws. And there you have it. That looks so much better, and it should help prevent too much hot air from the engine bay going into the intake, which is very important because obviously hot intake temperatures equals low performance. So this sort of seals it off. So this should seal against the bonnet here. And the only sort of way hot air from the engine bay can get in is through this gap here. Otherwise it should all come through as fresh air from this ducting here. So my review of this, for only £17, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. The fitment is basically perfect. The only thing it could have done better is have a little badge on the top like the RS one does. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased with it. Oh, and it could have also come with some screws, but obviously if you had the original one still fitted, you'd have some screws, but I didn't. So solid 9 out of 10 from me. On to the third and final mod now. And it's a bit ridiculous to call it a mod, but it is the thing I'm actually most excited about. And it's these little things here. Now you may be wondering what these are, and allow me to explain. These are basically little liners that go in all of the cubby holes and all the door pockets. So if I just show you here, that goes in there like that. And they fit absolutely perfectly. And the reason I've been most excited about these is because this being a keyless car, I like to put my keys in the door pocket. And I do the same with my phone as well. But unfortunately, when you're going along, that means that they vibrate and shake and my keys make a noise and it's really annoying, but I'd really like to be able to put them in here. The obvious answer is a soft rubber that they can sit on, which should absorb all of the vibrations. That's my theory anyway. The other benefit of it is there's a lot of areas in the Focus where dirt tends to accumulate, and I'll show you now why these can be beneficial for that. So in the back of the Mk3 Focus, you have these big cubby holes right here, really low down, and they tend to collect a hell of a lot of dirt, and they're really hard to clean, particularly this one. And these help with that. So if I put that in there, any dirt that then collects on that, you can then just pull it out like that, give it a shake or wash or whatever, and you just put it back in. Makes cleaning so much simpler. And again, here in the front, please ignore how filthy the car is, but you've got this cubby hole here, which again is really, really difficult to clean because it's so small, and that's where this comes in. Just pop that in there, and then it makes cleaning so much easier. And I think they look great too. The only thing I would say is I wish it had ST written on it instead of Focus, but you know, it is a Focus, so that's fine. And yeah, they look great, I think. Smashing. So my rating for these, I'm going to give it a solid 9. I think they're an excellent idea. I think they work really, really well. What do you guys think to these 3 mods then? I think they all look excellent and they're really good value for money. For under £60 for all 3 of them, you really cannot go wrong. So I'm going to leave a link down in the description below for all 3 items so you can check them out yourself. As always, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.